In response to your question about how can we embody the experience of we, which is also, you could say, the experience of oneness or lifting the veil of separation, I would say, because our society, our culture, our way of seeing the world, our perspective, our worldview is rooted in separation rather than oneness. And that is at the heart of our environmental crisis, our inequality crisis, our injustice, our sense of violence. You know, there's this beautiful teaching from Brother David Steindl-Rast, my great 90-year-old teacher now, who's still in this world. He says the hand that gives is an open hand, and the hand that receives is an open hand. And it's when we realize that we're one, we are each other, that our hand stays open to give and receive from one another. We are each other. But when the fingers start to curl and grasp out of fear and out of a thing of, I'm separate, I have to compete, I have to have more, I have to protect myself, I'm alone, that's the beginning of the fist. That's the source of violence, you could say, the fingers curling in fear and grasping in separateness. So I say that the practice of keeping the hand open, you could say, give and receive in every interaction. Mother Teresa, who I had the great privilege of knowing and being taught by and working with, she said the unadulterated love of one person can nullify the hatred of millions. Because we're one, that's why. Because we are we. And for me now, the we keeps expanding. Not only to include more human beings, but our kin, other species, the elephants, the plants, the animals, even the trees, even the grass, even the bugs, until it's all one. I am an expression of the earth and all other species. I am kin with all. That has really come to me through my work with indigenous peoples of the Amazon, which are whose worldview is so about interconnected. They are not living in the forest, they are of the forest. So the experience of we, for me, as I learn more and more, as I grow more and more, as I, you could say, include more and more, now is not just every single living human being, it's all the ancestors, it's all future generations, it's all species, all species. What right do we have as the human species to take all the resources way beyond what we need from, actually, other species? What right do we have to take so many resources from the earth that it compromises, interrupts future generations' health and well-being? What right do we have? We don't have that right. So when you realize that, rather than making your life smaller or more restricted, it opens your life. It actually gives you more freedom. It's amazing how being open and being loving to all, seeing, as Mother Teresa would say, Christ in every face, gives you freedom rather than fear. So it is the way forward. And particularly now, we are at a time in history where the way through for every single issue is we, not him or her or I even, or it's definitely not they. It's up to us. In the Pachamama Alliance, we have a program called Up to Us. It's not up to me. It's not up to you. It's up to us. Absolutely up to us. Collaboration is the source of prosperity. It's the source of the future. It's the source of everything we value. It's the source of resolving every single issue on this planet.